Hey guys, and welcome to the Hobby News. Alright, day 3, Warhammer Fest. Let's go. So we can see today it should be all this Black Library stuff, but we can see something new, something interesting, and something old, maybe revisited. If anyone remembers what this is from back in the day, if you've been around long enough, then you'll know what this is. But maybe for some new people in the hobby, they won't know what this is or haven't read the books. But yeah, this is a pleasant surprise. I was working for the company when this was first released. It was pretty cool. Back in the old days, and that was a pretty fun experience, and it's great to see it being revisited because, Dan Abnett is one of the best in terms of writing for Warhammer, and yeah, this is probably one of his most, I guess, famous books that he's done for Black Library and for Warhammer, so we may as well get into it. Here we go. So jump across. We'll come down here as usual. No pressing play on crazy stuff because YouTube doesn't like it. And we'll move into this. So Gaunt's Ghost, for anyone that doesn't know, written by Dan Abnett and back in the early 2000s, I guess. And yeah, really, really cool. These books are awesome. If you haven't read them, you should go do that because it's some of the best writing in Warhammer. In fact, anything that he's written is basically like super amazing. But this was a especially cool series. It really got you into the idea of what being in the Imperial Guard was like. Yeah, just so much cool stuff in it, and the characters, the way he would build them up, and I won't do any spoilers here, but just he had a very craftful way that he would work those characters up, and and so on, and you would get introduced to more characters and more and more and more in this really nice organic way. And the books are just great. Like, it's just so cool. So if you were playing Guard like I was back then, that's like so much good inspiration for painting armies and stuff like that. Yeah, everything about it is awesome. I can't highly rate it enough. It's just a super awesome story, and yeah, it's I guess it was one of those books that came out that I don't know if there was anything much like it before. I think the reason why it sort of stands out is because it was sort of, I guess, kind of a benchmark, or kind of like a really seminal kind of work for 40k in a lot of ways, at least something that was really captivating and told the story, I guess, from the Guard point of view in a way that I think was really personable, because it had all these like really interesting characters, and you could latch onto one and loved it, and follow the story of how they go, and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, just really, really good. So yeah, definitely go read it. So we have, obviously, the original ones were in metal, Gaunt's Ghost, and I don't think there was just 6. I'm pretty sure it was a 10-man box, 8-man box. Can't remember now. Someone that remembers that can maybe put it in the comments or something. But yeah, this is like 6 of them, or the main ones, I guess, the core group as they call it. So we'll come in here. So if you're not familiar, Gaunt's Ghosts are the protagonists of the long-running series depicting the trials and tribulations of Ingram Gaunt and his ill-fated Astra Militarum Regiment, or Imperial Guard Regiment. If you're an old-school player, faithful readers of the books no doubt have a soft spot for the original cast, who served as their Colonel Commissar's most trusted retainers. Well, they're back. They've been redesigned in plastic to create a reimagined set of miniatures that really brings each of the key characters from the early Gaunt's Ghost books to life. And yeah, that's a really cool idea, because obviously being plastic, there's tons of conversion possibilities. Even back then with the old models, everyone used them for other things. You would chop them up and use them for all kinds of different characters, and being plastic's going to make it even easier. So that's a win-win all round, and it's nice to see them again. So yeah, we come down here. Yeah, amazing, right? Yep, it is amazing, and that's great. Good on you, GW. Anyway, if, however, you've yet to read the novels and aren't familiar with this 6 core members of Gaunt's Ghosts, allow us to formally introduce them. Don't worry, we'll keep it spoiler-free. Yeah, so obviously you're not spoiling anything, but they're really, really cool books. So we've got, old Gaunt himself. He's pretty good, although on this one, I don't know whether that's how I imagined his face. I'm not sure that I necessarily like that face very much. I like everything else about it, but I don't know, the face isn't doing it for me as much as the one before, and some of the illustrations that he has of him. I don't know, just maybe it's the paint job, just doesn't remind me of that character, but everything else about him is awesome. So, you know, he's still a cool character. You could do a lot of conversions there to use him for other things. So yeah, he's great. And then we've got old Quebec here. He was a cool character in the books. This captures him pretty well. Grizzled sort of veteran kind of character. I like all the woodstock on here. That's really cool. And yeah, these bayonets they had, the blades. Then we've got was this Rawn? I can't remember now. This it's all coming back to me. It's been a long time since I've read the books, but that's cool. I could see a lot of conversions there. That's a pretty cool pose. You could swap out the heads and stuff. Like I could imagine, maybe some gas masked helmets or something like that might be nice on these. And then we've got obviously the sniper here, Larkin, sorry. I remember him from the books. He was pretty cool. Yeah, they've captured him pretty well, even his face. That's sort of what I imagined him looking like. That's pretty good. And they've got all these tats as well. That's right. All the ghosts have these tattoos. I think they've all got them. Yeah, they've all got them. I can't remember what the significance of them is, but it's pretty cool. Then we got Bragg here. So this guy is so strong. He can hold, I think it's an autocannon or something like that he carries around. I'm pretty sure it's an autocannon. Anyway, they're like, it's very rare for a standard human, apart from like a Catachan or whatever, to be able to hold something without any kind of assistance or like, some sort of like grav technology to hold it up or whatever. And he's just lugging this around and firing it off. He's a really cool, character. It may be a little bit tropey or whatever, but like it's just a cool image, a cool idea for a guardsman to be that strong that he can just wield one of these things and fire it at the hip. That was always really inspiring in the books. And then we come down, McCall here. I remember this guy again, really nice with the Tanith blades. This is part of their, I guess, lore or their background as far as I remember. It's one of the key components of these guys, apart from the tats and stuff. And it all brings back memories, and that's really great that they're doing this, because there's a lot of 30, 40 plus year olds, like myself, that are in that category that are probably, getting a bit of nostalgia looking at all these and the old books. But for a new generation, they'll get a chance to experience the story and how all these characters develop over that. And there's quite a few books, so you'll have a solid read out of it as well, which is great. So all in all, really, really cool. And they've even done all these extra things here. So we've got what's this? Okay, so that looks like you've got like a little handbook there. We've got, some stuff. Let's see, maps. Oh, yeah, regiment emblems. That's pretty cool. So it sort of goes through all of the Tanith first, all their background and lore. You've got some cool little sort of operation, looks like pieces there from like, their different missions they did. And the pictures and everything, all the coins, the badges, even one of these little stitch badges. That's pretty cool. In one of these tin boxes. Yeah, really nice. I like all this. That's all really cool stuff for people who like to collect. And then you've got the Sabbat War. Now, I'm not sure, is this the whole of it? It could be all of the first stories, I think, maybe. Let's see. This then sort of takes you, the very forefront of blistering action in the Sabbat worlds. Features new stories from some of your favorite authors, including Dammit. Okay, maybe it's some new stories then. Looks like it's a collection of stories. Okay, cool. Because the Gaunt's Ghosts series ran along a few different campaigns in their storyline, as far as I remember. So there's a few different ones. So that must be a collection of stories there. And then we have looks like they're really pushing this Sabbat Worlds thing. So we've got like some more memorabilia and collectibles there. Pretty cool. And another book here. I'm not familiar with this one, but looks like that somehow maybe coincides with that campaign. Looks like it. And then another collectible. So we've got a bookmark there if anyone, the readers out there that want this kind of stuff. That's pretty cool. It looks good with the blades there, these Tanith blades, which again, when you read the book, you'll find out what that's all about. We've got some more here. What's this one? I don't even know what that is, but looks cool. Looks like something, looks kind of Cadian, but it's not. It must be something else. Let's see. Yeah, Blue Bloods, taking the blood pack. Okay, I think this is part. Okay, yeah, so this must be a Gaunt's thing as well, because I remember the blood pack are in the Gaunt's Go series. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So there must be like another skirmish, another battle that happened with them. I think these guys are in Gaunt's Ghosts. I can't really remember, but I think there is another outfit that you get to read about during those books. So that could be that, and like an offshoot book that talks about them. We've got another Horus Heresy book here. This looks pretty cool. What's this? Okay, so we've got the best chapter up there, as you can see. You know, a bit of Death Guard. Facing off against what looks like White Scars. That'll be a pretty cool story. I don't know what it's about, but obviously, the White Scars have a big fight ahead of them, because going up against the best chapter is always tough. But good luck to them. They're going up the stairs. That's correct. They've got a long way to go to get to the top. So it all works out pretty good. Good on you, Chris, for making sure it was like that. Anyway, but yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then I don't know what this is, so this is all new to me. As I said, I'm old school, so I don't know what any of this is, but I'm sure if you like your Black Library stuff, you'll know what this is. It looks like sort of crime books, or I mean, obviously it's in the title, crime, but a different kind of, I guess, genre for 40k books. Maybe less concerned with sort of, I suppose, with the success of the Eisenhorn trilogy. I guess that spawned a whole range of that kind of detective type format for 40k books. So it must be something like that, like they're doing a whole range of them. So that's pretty cool. You've got a whole bunch coming out there, different ones, I guess, from closer points of view, like within the Imperium itself, and getting a chance to see the workings of the way the day-to-day runs. That was something that Eisenhorn got you, that little glimpse into a more personal type of story, and you get to see a little bit more of the way it all works. So that's pretty cool. So these must be pretty fun to read. Yeah, you got the little crime happening there. That's cool. That's cool. They're delving into that. You get a bit more lore out of it. Then we've got what's this? Trader Rock. Okay, another one there. Yeah, all good. Cadian. Well, I'm pretty sure, isn't Cadia dead now? I'm pretty sure in the lore, I haven't read all of it, but I'm pretty sure Cadian's gone, isn't it? So I don't really know. This must be like historical kind of references to Cadia. If you can't tell, I'm a bit more of a Chaos player, so I don't mind if the guard lose a few. You know what I mean? More for Chaos. But anyway, and then this is really interesting. So I know that, I think, is it from 8th edition on, or maybe I think from 8th edition on with 9th edition, they've started to release these books told from the Necron point of view. As far as I know, they've done a huge change over the years with Necrons, what they were originally, and they've got more personality now and more character. Like there's instead of just being automaton kind of robotic, undead creatures, they've got more person. At least in the big characters, the lords and stuff, they have their own unique character. They still remember who they are and all that kind of stuff, which is interesting. So you get some points of view from the Necrons. So that's a kind of curious one. I wouldn't mind reading some of that just to see what they've done with it. But apparently it's cool. So I've heard other people talk about it online, and it seems to be pretty good. So yeah, that might be interesting. And looks like that's come to an end, I think. Yeah, so all in all, pretty cool. We'll jump back up here to the I guess, although the books are cool, this is probably the best one out of those ones, apart from the Gaunt's Go series. The models here, I think, are the coolest. Getting these to come out is pretty awesome. So yeah, I don't know exactly when, but obviously it must be soon if they're showing now. So yeah, that's really good, and I know the Imperial Guard Codex is coming soon, I guess, so they must be gearing up for that, and this is kind of like giving a bit of a taste of future things to come. So I hope you've all enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff if you have. But otherwise, I think that's it. There was nothing else released. I think tomorrow, I can't remember what tomorrow is. I think is it another 40k day? Could be another 40k day. Anyway, I'll be covering it, so I'll catch you then, I guess. Yeah, have a good one.